Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Indy the Alchemist, Indy Einstein, Indy the Etymologist, Indy the Decoder, Indy the Everything. So we are back with another moon intuitive astrology reading. We're going to be diving into the Scorpio new moon. Who's excited? This one's going to be actually a good one, I feel like. That's what Spirit's telling me, that's what the planets are telling me. That's what my intuition is telling me. This one will be a good one. And when I say good, I don't mean like, oh, like butterflies and rainbows. I just mean like it's going to be good energy, especially compared to what we've been experiencing the Scorpio season. Although Scorpio season hasn't been bad to me physically or on the material realm, however, it has been a little deep emotionally. But I think the Scorpio new moon energy is really going to be what we need right now. So, before we get started, I just want to do a few announcements. So, first things first, I am offering the new moon reading. If you guys are interested in seeing what Spirit just has to say about the new moon energy in your life, your personal life, and how you can utilize the energy, what's to come, what you need to release, what you need to get started on, the new moon reading is perfect for you. Information is in the description box below. Also, my socials are in the description box. Subscribe, like, all of that good YouTube stuff. And now let's get into the message. So, first, I want to start off with like the spiritual side of it, the intuitive channelings that I have gotten about the new moon in Scorpio. Guys, honestly, with this new moon in Scorpio, I would have thought that it would have been more, what's the word I'm looking for? I thought it would have been like similar energy to the Halloween full moon we had in Taurus. I honestly thought it was going to be on that same track, especially because Scorpio is the sister sign of Taurus. So I really did feel like it was going to be giving that vibe, that energy. However, this one just seems like the energy, guys, as I'm tapping into it, it honestly seems like it's a light. Not to say anything deep or intense or profound isn't going to happen, because this is a deep and transformative new moon. However, the energy just seems like everything is just divinely guided. It's pure energy, it's light. It doesn't seem too bad, for lack of a better word. Like, it really just seems like light energy, like as if, I think it feels so light because this is the energy where we're getting ready to fully transform and to release the shackles and to release the chains. And with all of this Capricorn energy we've been in, I feel like this point is where we're finally going to be coming out of it and going into that aqua energy. You guys know how they're saying the age of Aquarius is coming, or with like Saturn and Jupiter going into Aquarius soon, how that's going to be like the Aquarius era. I feel like this is the turning point into that Aquarius era, from Capricorn to Aqua. So it just feels, obviously, Aquarius energy is light energy, it's air energy, it's an air sign, so it's very airy, very light, more surface level, even though the moon is in Scorpio, something that's very deep, and it's a water sign. It is under the Aquarian influence with that 23rd degree. So it's just going to be more lighter than what we've been going through with all of this, Capricorn, Saturn, Plutonic energy. And I really feel like this is the shift into that airy Aquarius era that, I think we're looking forward to, honestly, with everything we've been going through. So, the main theme that I'm really getting from this Scorpio new moon is stepping into your purpose, stepping into your mission, and being committed to it, walking the walk, and no longer just talking the talk. This is the time where you really need to get into your personal groove. This is the time where you really need to dedicate yourself to your journey, to your path, to your goals, to your passions, especially whatever it is you came on earth to do, whatever it is you want to accomplish. That needs to be your main focus, and you really need to step into that energy. especially when it comes to spirituality. This is the time where you really need to walk that spiritual path. You can't just talk about crystals and astrology and your moon sign and your sun sign and have crystals and things like that, but you're not actually doing the spiritual work. You're not actually trying to elevate your consciousness. You're doing it more for an egoic reason versus the real reason you need to be doing it, right? So this is a time where we really need to walk the walk when it comes to our spiritual journey, when it comes to the things we want to accomplish, when it comes to our passions. This is a time where people need to realize that you are in control of your destiny. You are in control of your responsibilities, and nobody else has that responsibility but you. This is no one else's journey. This is no one else's life. This is your life, and anything you want out of it, you have to give it to yourself. You cannot wait for somebody to give it to you. You cannot wait for the government to give you a check. You cannot wait for somebody to make an opportunity for you. This is the moment where we really need to step into that energy and realize that this is my life. No one really cares about my life like I do. You know, the person who cares the most about your life is you. Like, honestly, it's you. And you're the person who has sole responsibility of your life 100%. You have people who love you and who support you and care about you and things like that, but you are the sole responsibility of your life. Like, just simple Bible. So this is the moment where that light bulb is going to go off or needs to go off for people, where it's just like, I need to get committed to my journey. I need to get my life together. If I want something out of life, if I want to build an empire, if I want to build a name for myself, if I want to leave behind a legacy, I need to do it. And on top of that, I need to do it myself, because nobody else is going to do it for me. This is the energy of freedom. This is the energy of creating financial freedom, of creating spiritual freedom, of creating freedoms from any chains, contracts, debts, and things of that sort. This is the energy where it's like, you know, it's you, you know? It's you becoming the leader of your life, right? So this is the time where, again, that light bulb is going to go off, and it's just time to like spread your wings and hop off that cliff and fly. You know, even if you're afraid that you can't fly, it's time to, you got to try, especially with Mars going direct. No more sitting back and planning. You know, we had Mars retrograde for like 2 months now. You had time to think, you had time to plan, you had time to get things together. Now it's time to test those things. Even if you're not 100% confident, I'm not saying to be stupid, but I'm just saying, like, how can you ever know if something's going to work if you're not actually going to, you know, try to make it work? Like, you know what I mean? So this is a time where we need to start putting actions behind our words and actually, you know, getting on top of our stuff, getting into our grind, getting into our emotion. Yeah, this is a time to get dedicated, to unionize with your inner energies and your spirit team, and to really make things happen for yourself. When it comes to your career, when it comes to your foundations, when it comes to your security, when it comes to the name you want to make for yourself, you know, a lot of light bulbs are going to be going off right now on how you need to move, what you need to do, and how you need to make it happen yourself, how you need to call in your own abundance and work with the universe to co-create your reality. And just honestly becoming the boss of your own life, really. You know, a lot of that's going to come to the forefront. A lot of that is going to be illuminated. And, you know, that's on a personal level. On a wide scale level, we may see some things surrounding politics and celebrities. Some things may come out about them, especially surrounding, one moment. I heard 22 degrees. So when I think of 22 degrees, I think of rivals, but like calculated competition, like shady business. So we may hear some things about shadiness that has been going on between rivals on the grand scale, when it comes to, like, you know, politics, public figures, celebrities, and things like that. We may even see some people, like celebrities and public figures, spread some light on the truths about the industries, the connections that are made, how getting money in these industries work, the illusions behind them, the spirituality that actually comes into play with them, because a lot of people think that like politicians and celebrities and things like that don't have astrologers and readers and magicians working for them, and that's not the case. Like, they're the ones who are really into it. So some things about that may come out. That's what spirit is saying. So now we're going to get into the astrology portion. However, again, it is intuitive astrology, so I am going to be shuffling my cards in the background to really guide me as I'm speaking to really get the full truth. So don't mind that. So let's get into it. So Scorpio new moon is at the 23rd degree, which is Aquarius influence. It's on the 15th of November, which numerology wise that breaks down to a 3-day, and it is after Mars retrograde, and well, after Mars retrograde is now going direct, and is after Friday the 13th, which I'm going to be doing a mini reading on that on my Patreon. So go subscribe if you're interested in that. But yeah, so let's get into it. So what is a new moon before we get started? So a new moon is basically the beginning of the 29 lunar day cycle of the moon phases, So whatever the new moon is in, whatever that energy carries, is the energy we're going to see influence the rest of the 29 days of the lunar cycle. Remember, moon energy is influential energy. It determines the course of things. It determines, the moon even, affects the way the waves go and the oceans and the tides and things like that, as well as our emotions and things like that. So the moon, whatever the energy of the new moon is in, influences the rest of the 29 days in that period. So when we have a new moon, we have the energy of the next 29 days being presented to us. We have a new start, we have a new chapter, we have new energy being birthed, we have life after death, we have transformation, rebirth, all of those things. So we just came out of the Libra super moon phase, and now we're into the Scorpio new moon phase, right? So what does Scorpio energy represent? Right? So if we're going to have a new moon in Scorpio, what is this new moon then bringing with the Scorpio energy? So Scorpio energy represents shadow energy, secrets, mysteries, occult information or knowledge, magic, other people's resources, sexual energy, sacral energy, transformation, sex, death, rebirth, all of those things. So when you mix it together, when you have a new moon in Scorpio, you have the new beginnings after the closings, or the closings to make new beginnings. You have the energy needed to transform completely. You have the energy needed to come out of your cocoon and to turn into a butterfly. You have the energy of a metamorphosis. You have the energy of turning over a new leaf. You have energy where you can really birth life through sex magic, sexual energy, sacral energy. You have the energy of out with the old and in with the new. This is really just the energy of a new era for real. This is a turning point, and you have all of the energy in the world with the Scorpio energy to really create a turning point in your life, in your journey, right? So this new moon falls on a Sunday. So the Sunday is ruled by the sun, and sun represents identity, self-expression, our inner energy, our inner child, our solar plexus energy, warmth, courage, willpower, our drive, our motivation, our dedication. So again, this just goes back into what I was saying earlier about how sun can represent celebrities and the center stage of what we see, politics and things like that. So again, when I said the message about things can come out about our industries and things like that in society, that again is amplified with the Sunday energy. Then when I was talking about our commitments and actually putting the energy behind our dreams and making them a reality, the sun then again amplifies that energy. So this new moon is in Scorpio at the 23rd degree, which is an Aquarius influence. So this is a perfect time for reinventing yourself, as you and others will be more open minded to changes. This is the time where we're going to see transformations happening within friend circles, social circles, within your own friendships with people and things like that. We may see some rebellion going on against oppression and outdated social norms and systems within society, rebellion against authority figures and those who create this illusion that they have power and control over us when they really don't. We have power and control over ourselves. We're going to see occult and hidden information being revealed about our friends or just friends in general, social groups, society, technology, or we're going to see these things happen and play out on social media. We're going to see transformation surrounding our inner self, transformation surrounding our family, and things coming to light about family situations. We're going to have this feeling of wanting to be free from other people's control over us and our resources. We may even see random deaths happening around this time. Social media rants and breakdowns, technological transformations, unconventional or random switch ups, 180s and transformations. People may just be one day, one way one day and then one way another. When Mars going direct, these changes will come off very random and like even rash, impulsive, quick, out of the blue, aggressive. So watch out for that. This is like the time where drastic random changes can happen. But with that 11/11 energy we just had yesterday, the 11/11 energy carried permanent energy, meaning whatever you manifested within that energy, or whatever you manifest within that energy, it's going to have a long-term effect. Now, energy doesn't just disappear. Energy slowly dissolves and fades out in the background. So we still have 11/11 energy going on. It didn't just go away because it's 11/12 now. So be mindful that any changes, any drastic changes you're making right now can affect your future. So just be mindful of that. Don't make any drastic changes, even though Mars is going direct and is going to make you want to feel like you should make, changes and things like that. And obviously, the Scorpio new moon is good for changes. Just remember that you shouldn't do anything impulsive or drastic. We just had a whole Mars retrograde. You would be ruining the purpose of the Mars retrograde and everything you learned during the Mars retrograde if you just go and waste it all on an impulsive decision. We still have 29 days in the lunar cycle. So just because the Scorpio new moon is on Sunday, that doesn't mean you have to rush and make all the changes in the world, because that's the energy it brings. You still have 29 days and then some to really make changes, right? You can make a change any day in your life. You don't have to rush to do it. It's just the Scorpio new moon energy gives you that heightened, ability and energy to just really go forth and make changes in your life that you weren't going to make before. But it's not crucial that you just do it on the day of the new moon and rush, and then now you fucked up a good thing or an empire that could have been made a little bit more cautiously. So just watch out for that. We meet. What the fuck? Okay. I don't know what just happened there. Okay. So we're going to see drastic changes coming into style as well. Aquarius energy is really going to give that counterculture feel, that 90s grunge, that hippie, just that punk rock type feel. So you may see people doing even drastic changes when it comes to their style. You may see people chopping off all of their hair or going for a crazy color or changing their look, or a musician may completely do a 180 on the music that they put out. Like, we're going to see drastic changes happening even when it comes to like culture and styles and things like that. So things that people weren't into before, they're going to be into now. So the 11 The new moon is on 11/15/2020. That breaks down to the number 3. And that gives Jupiter energy and Gemini energy. So we're going to see a transformation of mindsets, transformation of the way one communicates, or these transformations will be broadcasted on social media and things like that. Transformations that can bring abundance. Now, getting into the aspects, we see that we're actually going to have a direct conjunction between the sun in Scorpio and the new moon in Scorpio. So the sun again represents our identity, what we know, masculine energy. In Scorpio is that occult energy, that shadow energy, other people's resources, death, rebirth, sex, transformation, and things like that. So this energy again just really amplifies everything I said about this new moon falling on a Sunday with that sun energy. And in the beginning, how I talked about the sun and Leo energy surrounding like celebrities and public figures, and then just things coming to light, you recognizing your mission and your role and things like that. This just completely amplifies it. Also, when you have like a sun conjuncting the moon aspect, things are what they are. There isn't much room to hide anything. The way that you feel about something is going to be known. The way that somebody else feels about something is going to be known. The truths are going to be known. There's not much room to hide right now, you know? Everything is just being shown, okay? We also have the new moon sextiling Jupiter in Capricorn at the 23rd degree, again with the Aquarius energy in that 23 degree. So as I'm looking at this aspect, Spirit is immediately saying to me the words, don't bite the hand that feeds you. So with this energy, it's sextiling. So honestly, it's not going to be so bad or harsh. But for some reason, Spirit is just bringing up the fact of like, don't do too much. You know, don't rush into anything. Don't say too much. Don't be too in your ego right now, especially when it comes to your networking and your connections and your friends and people who can take you to high places. Don't do too much. Don't feel like you have something in the bag and then you say something. Like, Spirit is saying this has a lot to do with saying something. Like, you feel like you have something in the bag, so you walk around and you say something that's very egotistical or like just very, I don't know, just like big headed, and then it ends up like not going in your favor. Spirit just really wants you to kind of like close your mouth. Not to say like that, but Spirit wants you to just be quiet right now, keep it cute, and allow your ancestors and your spirit guides to allow the energy to unfold. Don't rush into anything, don't rush to create something for yourself. Don't rush to start false connections, I'm hearing, to create something for yourself. Spirit says they got you, they're working with you, they're co-creating your reality with you. Just be patient. There may be something that you want now and Spirit is working on it, but it just hasn't met the material realm yet. So you're like rushing and you want to get it now. So you're going to go and talk to somebody you may normally not talk to, or do something you may not normally do to make the money or whatever it is that you want. And it just ends up going shitty and putting Spirit back times 10. So Spirit just wants you to like, you know, just relax. Um Relax and allow them to handle it. Yeah, it just seems like with this, some people may like try to like over network or like just be friends with people who are shady just to get an opportunity. But it's like, just wait, allow it to come naturally instead of having to kiss people's ass and to, you know, be all smoozy and everything like that. So that's what Spirit is saying on the spiritual level, but at an astrological level, I think why Spirit was saying this is because with this transit, honestly, this is the energy that makes you want to be around people, that makes you want to have fun, that makes you want to catch up with old people, that makes you like old friends and stuff like that, that makes you want to go out and have fun. But like, this can also be that, like, oh, I had a few too many shots and now I'm saying things that I shouldn't energy. So just watch out for that. I don't know, like, for some reason, Spirit just keeps saying that. So, have fun, enjoy yourself if you have anything planned. I don't know. Um, if you see old friends reaching out to you and things like that, you can like catch up with them, but keep it cute, keep it small. You don't need to run and tell all of your business. Just keep things to yourself and keep it cute. Um, and yeah, have fun because this is really optimistic energy. It can be really optimistic, but like just don't speak too much. Don't give too much of your secrets. When you get too drunk sometimes, well, I don't do this, at least not anymore, maybe freshman year of college, but when you get too drunk and you just start saying your secrets or saying things that you shouldn't be saying, giving away things that you shouldn't be giving away, that type of energy, just like watch out for that. Don't get too overeager to make a friend or to catch up with somebody that you say things that you shouldn't, really, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is really optimistic energy. If you've been feeling down in the dumps, this energy is going to pick you up. um yeah, so this is really like good energy. I would take advantage of it, like feel the good vibes, feel the optimism, but it's just like don't overdo it, don't shoot too high. Bernie Sanders has this um he has this aspect in his chart natally. And if you know anything about Bernie Sanders when it comes to his political campaign, is he's known as the politician who wants a lot of things. He wants utopia, but people feel like it can't be achieved, whether it can or cannot. People just feels like he's the one who wishes on a star. He's the one who promises things that we don't know if he can actually give. That's this energy. So like don't promise anything that you can't give basically during this energy, or don't let anybody else promise things to you that they can't give. So just like, watch out for that. With the new moon sextiling Saturn in Capricorn at the 27th degree, this is really just that energy needed to focus on your responsibilities and getting things done. Um, this is that energy where like you just really need to focus on putting a commitment and putting the energy into carrying out your responsibilities, your duties, wrapping up any contracts, fulfilling any last responsibilities and guidelines of any contracts. Um, I just feel like this is like closing out any contract so that you can finally be free. This is going to be a favorable time for closing out um, just any dead weight or anything that you're bound to. And this is also just good energy to taking care of your responsibilities, getting things done, setting out a plan to get things done so that you can achieve things in like a timely manner, maybe even making a few phone calls um, to negotiate some things. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing with that transit. So with the sextiling Pluto and Capricorn at the 22nd degree, so with the moon sextiling Pluto and Capricorn at the 22nd degree, I feel like this is the moment where I feel like a lot of things are going to be illuminated as far as people's commitment to you, people's obligations towards you. And with this energy, you're going to see who really is here for you, who isn't, who really, why someone is associating with you. Is someone here because they care about you, or are they here for the money? This is just really the time to meditate on people's positions in your life, or just on life itself and the position that you are in and the position that you put yourself in, or the positions that people have you in. This is really the energy to, how do I say it? Like, this is the energy where, how people say they sit back and they peep stuff and they don't say nothing, just kind of sit back and watch, just observe, like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. Whether it's a good or a bad thing, it's just like, okay, so this is the scene, this is the setting, this is the energy, this is the bond, this is the relationship. Okay, I understand. I know how to move forward now. Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, it's going to be like, okay, I know who to trust. I know who not to trust. Okay, I know who to go to for this. I know who not to go to for this. Things that you need to close out are going to be obvious right now. Things that are no longer working is going to be obvious right now. Things that are working is going to be obvious right now. Things that you need to change is going to be obvious right now, especially when it comes to this, your business partnerships, your connections, your finances, and your investments, and the time that you put into things, people, and places and situations. We also have the new moon trine Neptune in Pisces at the 18th degree. So, with this aspect, we're seeing the energy of anything that has been cloudy, hazy, anything you have been indecisive about, anything you have been in the dark about is going to be illuminated a little bit to give you a little insight. This insight may either come through, I feel like the insight is going to come in a little more subtle though. So it's not going to be like in your face, it's going to be more so you're going to get a revelation in a dream, or you're going to get you're going to decide to meditate and you're going to get a revelation while you're meditating. You're going to get a revelation from a friend who is saying something to you. Whether the friend gives you the revelation or just a conversation you have with the friend sparks something within you, it's going to be more of a subtle revelation, but it's going to be a revelation still in itself. You just have to catch it. But I feel like, yeah, definitely pay attention to your dreams during this time. Write your dreams down. They're going to have messages on how to handle certain situations, how to get yourself out of any karmic situations, how to release karmic energy, how to make any decisions and choices. This is a perfect energy for that. We also see that with this aspect, when I was saying how people are going to want to change up their look, especially when it comes to like celebrities and singers and things like that, we're going to see people really change their look, their sound, their energy, their aura. You're just going to see people kind of be inspired to really have fun and change things up. I really do feel like we're going to start to see more of a counterculture, 90s grunge, punk rock type of era coming in, or just people being a little bit more different, unique, or claiming to be at least, versus the typical things that we see now. This is the perfect time to tap into your intuitive energy, or to, like, go to somebody else who's intuitive, like a psychic or something like that. So this is the energy that we're seeing for that. This energy also kind of goes into um the moon conjuncting the Juno transit. Juno is going to be at the 18th degree, and this is the transit that I've been seeing a lot of people talk about. Now, with this transit, this will be a huge transformation and rebirth moment for romantic partnerships, or this will be a turning point where you may meet somebody who is spiritually guided for you to meet on a romantic level, or if not romantic, on a friend level. But I really do feel like this is the energy of people meeting soulmates. People meeting counterparts, people meeting twin flames, or if you've been in separation, kind of coming back and rekindling things, or just a turning point for your current relationship if you are in one. This is the energy where we may even see friends turning into lovers. This is the energy where we're going to see someone finally asking you out, like somebody who had their eye on you and haven't been like really speaking up. We're going to see them finally ask you out, or slide in your DMs. This is the energy we're going to see where, like, those things on Twitter that go viral where it's like, how did our relationships start, and it like started from somebody just DMing the other on Twitter. We're going to see the start of that happen now. So somebody may DM you and that can turn into an entire relationship. This is the energy for that. This is also the energy where is really favorable to put more time, energy, effort, and devotion into your passions. I already spoke about this in the beginning, but yeah, this is really the time to start walking the walk and really just putting yourself fully and wholeheartedly into your passions. Watch out though, because this can also bring obsessive tendencies, especially with the Scorpio energy. So make sure you're getting rest. Make sure you can like also be healthy and focus on other things, but you really do just need to focus on your passions, your mission, your reason for being here, and things like that. So that's what I'm having for this new moon in Scorpio. Check where Scorpio is going to be in your chart. Wherever you have Scorpio is where this energy is going to be the highest. Wherever you have the 23rd degree, the 8th degree, or the 20th degree is where this energy is going to be high. Wherever you have 20 to 29 degrees in Scorpio, any placements like that, this is where this energy is really going to be high. If you want a look, a deeper look, a personal look, book a new moon in Scorpio psychic reading with me, where we're going to look at what this energy will bring you, what you need to focus on, and what you need to release during this lunar cycle. I also offer astrology insight on that too, if you want me to look into your chart and to see where this energy falls in your chart. And yeah, an astrological interpretation. So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share with anybody who needs to hear it, and comment. Let me know if any of these things happened or if they are making sense. Subscribe to my Patreon if you would like to see the Friday the 13th reading. Book with me if you want a reading. I have really good reviews and testimonials on that. And yeah, have a good one, guys. See you later.